Jordan.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The tidings we bring to you.
Hello.
Your kid. We
Happy
wish
Merry
you
Christmas,
a
fellas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy
This is gonna be
New
the
Year.
best Christmas ever.
Bring us some figgy pudding.
I don't like figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding. Now bring us some.
What's up, guys? I don't like figgy pudding. I don't even know what figgy pudding is. I always hear that song. I don't even actually know what figgy pudding is. I don't know what figgy pudding is. Merry Christmas, guys. We got the green and red on today for Christmas. Let's freaking go. Dude, I'm already sick of Christmas music. I don't know about you guys. It's not even Christmas yet, and I'm already sick of Christmas music. It's getting freaking ridiculous, man. Anyways, today, all right, we're going to take a look at the past, all right? So we're going to wait for all the homies to get in here, all right? That's what we're going to do first. But we're going to look at the past. What's happened in Q1's of the post-halving year for Bitcoin and for altcoins. And we might find a similar pattern from them all, Bitcoin and altcoins. And we might actually find something that might make you think, did this really happen in the past? And we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look. We kind of did it the last few streams, but we're going to look even more in depth today. And why I'm super bullish for Q1 for altcoins. And, you know, my focus is kind of on altcoins right now. So let's go. Let's get it. Smack up the likes. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, whatever you do. I don't know if you guys celebrate Hanukkah or whatever other holidays there are during this time. I don't even know what the holidays there are, dude. The homies are here. We got to wait for all the homies, man. We got to wait for all the homies to come in here. All right, this is a very important one, man. This is gonna be the last stream I do. I'm kind of sad. I'm gonna make some videos and post them, but this is gonna be the last stream that I probably do until I might do, like, maybe I'll have a day where I can come on here, but I'm gonna be traveling a lot, so I'm not gonna have my computer and stuff. But this is probably gonna be the last stream that I do until, like, dude. I mean, it's gonna be a while, man. I'm just kind of looking at the days here. This might be the last stream that I do until, man, I mean, maybe the 30th, dude, maybe a week. So I don't know. Let's talk about it, man. But I think today's gonna be important, man. Today's gonna be important. This is an important week. We talked about how this is a very important week, a pivotal week based on the past. If you're a 4-year cycle believer, this is such an important week to see a reversal in a couple things, and I think we're seeing it. All right, I think we're freaking seeing it. All right. What's up, Ruben? Aurora, DK. Let's go, man. Boot, Loxeye, Ryan, Sabas, Vinos, out of the bins. Let's go, guys. If you're a 4-year cycle believer, this is when you get kind of excited, okay? Not so much for Bitcoin, I think, but for everything else. All right, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why. I'm going to blow your mind on today's stream. You're not even going to know what's going on in life, okay? You're not even know. So right now, let's talk about, obviously, Bitcoin is slow bleeding down. Why is that good? Why is that a good thing? Why is Bitcoin slow bleeding down actually a good thing right now? Well, the reason why that's actually a good thing right now is because Bitcoin's slow bleeding down, but Bitcoin dominance also going down in that time is the recipe that you want if you're someone who believes that, you know, we may be getting some type of altcoin season that's coming up, right? The recipe you want is a Bitcoin slow bleed sideways while altcoins do well, okay? And there's a dynamic going on right now that we're going to talk about, that we've talked about for the last couple days or last couple streams that we've done, all right? So Bitcoin slow bleeding down, but today Bitcoin slow bleed down, and you had altcoins, some altcoins up 15, 20% today. And I'm going to show you guys why. All right, why is that a thing? Is it random? Is it random that this is happening right now, or has this happened at every cycle at this time? Okay, has this happened every single cycle at this time? And I'm going to say it has. All right, so I'm going to show you 2 charts today. Okay, 2 charts. The first one I want to show you is just others dominance. Okay, so what is others dominance, my guys? All right, what is others dominance? It's all the altcoins outside the top 10 altcoins, all right? And I marked off Christmas for all these, okay? I marked off Christmas, right? And we've been talking about why Christmas is so important. Look at the past. Christmas has been the turning point after some altcoin corrections, and actually was the point where they really started to take off into Q1. So obviously right now we look, right, we're coming into Christmas and we got a little bit of a pullback on alts. Nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. It was crazy for a little bit. We got some big wicks, but you know, we're not really down that much. We're coming into Christmas, all right? Why is this a big deal for the 4-year cycle theory? Well, let's go look at the previous Christmases of the half year. Yo, shout out to Lockside. He's coming in hot for Christmas. Let's go. 5 lucky people got Christmas gifts on today's stream. I love it, dude.
Man, you're so generous, dude. You're so freaking generous, Lockside. Man, I wonder what I'm getting for Christmas. I've never got a gifted membership in my life. It's probably because Jordan blocked me. Because I'm a freaking troll. But whatever.
Let's look at the previous Christmases real quick. Shout out to Lockside, though. So this was Christmas 2020 right here. All right. So Christmas 2020, we had altcoins coming up. And we actually got a little bit of a shakeout before Christmas. Okay. This was about, it doesn't look that big, but it actually was a 30% correction on others right before Christmas time. All right. And what you'll notice is Christmas was the turning point of, okay, it was chopping sideways really through November, December. We had a chop sideways period for alts, but it really was the turning point of when they really started to move up, right? And in a pretty explosive way, not this choppy way, but the explosive way, right? So Christmas 2020 of the halving year, all right? We can see that that was a huge turning point of when they started to go up after a 30% correction. And we know we just got, what did we just get over here? We got a 37% correction this time. Even bigger correction. Wow, kind of crazy actually. Let's go look at 2016. 2016. What happened? Oh, where's Christmas? Where was Christmas? Right? Long drawn out period here. This was a long drawn out period. Where's Christmas though? At the Pico low again. Okay, so Christmas twice in a row, 2016 and 2020. Christmas of the halving year was the pivotal low. And from that point, literally from Christmas of the halving year, you had altcoins start to fly up. All right, altcoins start to fly up Christmas of the halving year. 2016, fast forward 4 years later, 2020, explosive move from Christmas of the halving year. 4 years later, here we are now, right? Coming up on Christmas of the halving year. Will the cycles repeat? They tend to repeat so far, at least for Bitcoin and for altcoins, actually. They kind of have. Will the cycles repeat again, where Q1 is the explosive time for altcoins, just as it has been back in 2021 and 2017? We'll find out. I think yes, all right? Especially after we just had a big pullback on them, all right? So that's chart number 1, all right? What do you guys think about chart number 1? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. It's Christmas. It's freaking Christmas time. Q1, let's get this shit, boys. Let's get this shit, all right? So that is Q1 of the post-halving year, okay? If you believe in the 4-year cycles, then this is typically the time where altcoins go off, all right? You can say it's hopium. You can say it's not hopium, but this is the time during the cycles where altcoins typically start to pop off. Bruh! They're on to us! We have too much... We got too much alpha, bro. We got too much alpha. Well, I don't know what just happened. It's not the internet. YouTube's on to us. Someone said in the chat other people had issues with YouTube today. Other streamers had YouTube issues today. They're on to us, bro. We got too much alpha for Q1. They don't want everyone to know Q1's bullish. They don't want everyone to know. We must fight to make them know that Q1 is bullish. They don't want anyone to know. Let's go. Anyways, we're back. I think we're back. Anyways, let's go to chart number 2. If it happens again, guys, it's not me. Okay, I promise. You guys can see the chart moving. The charts are moving, bro. It's not the internet. Anyway, we talk about others. All right, so Christmas is the turning point typically. All right. What is the other thing that makes this make sense? All right. So, okay, others going up is great, right? We saw it. It goes up in Q1 of the post-halving year in 2016 and 2020. That's great. But what else can we put together with this? Bruh. Bro. You see me? All right. Dude, this is ridiculous today. This is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous, man. I'm actually really upset. This is going to be the last stream for a while. I'm actually really upset right now. I was going to go off. I was going to go off with a banger today. Literally a banger stream. It's ruining the vibe, bro. All right, anyways. Let's act like it didn't happen. Let's act like this never happened. And we're going to ignore it, okay? Let's continue. All right, ETH Bitcoin. All right, so others dominates Q1. ETH Bitcoin. Look at this. All right, so ETH Bitcoin is coming up on December 28th. What do we know about December 28th for ETH Bitcoin, fellas? All right. What do we know about December 28th? Is that a significant date for ETH Bitcoin too? Okay. Let's go look at the past. Here's December 27th for ETH BTC. December 27th, ETH Bitcoin. Big downtrend. Was the final Pico low before ETH Bitcoin got sent to the absolute moon. Okay? December 27th. Right there. Was it the same thing 4 years exactly ago again? December 28th. ETH Bitcoin. Pico low, December 28th, before absolutely sending against Bitcoin, right? So we have 2016, December 28th. Exactly 4 years later, December 27th. And where we are right now, we are December 23rd, coming up on December 28th. Also, happening to be, to put a little bit more confluence into this, not only the dates, but where are we in price? The trend line. The Pico trend line, bro. Confluence of time and price for the 4 year cycle. Right? So, others going up in Q1 of the post-halving year. ETH BTC bottoming on December 27th or 28th in the two previous cycles. At the trend line, by the way, where we are now. What else? Is there anything else that we can point to? He said the Pico trend line. Is there anything else that we can point to? Besides price and time. Well, I want to show you guys this. I want to show you guys this. This is something I think is really interesting. Because right now you're going, okay, Bitcoin's bleeding down. Bitcoin's bleeding down. That means alts are fucked. I would generally agree with you. Okay? But I want to show you guys something from last cycle. Which may make you think about this a different way, because it's been a while since we've seen this dynamic. All right, I want to rewind back here. I want to rewind to January of 2021. Okay, now you look at this and say, January of 2021, Bitcoin had this big pullback. All right, started in early January, ended in late January. Okay, what you'll notice is Bitcoin was in a pure downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, pure downtrend, monsoon to the downside. Okay, so you might be saying altcoins got wrecked during that time. Okay, your common sense would say altcoins got wrecked in Q1 of 2021. Why? Because Bitcoin got wrecked in January of 2021. So you might think, okay, Bitcoin had a pullback of 31%. So common sense would say altcoins probably dumped like 50, 60% at least, right? Well, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look what happened in January 2021 for Total 3. Let's go take a look. What happened during that time for Total 3? This is what happened for altcoins in January of 2021. That's what altcoins did in January of 2021. So Bitcoin pulled back 30%. 30% pullback for Bitcoin. But altcoins went up 91%, right? So Bitcoin pulled back 30%, altcoins went up 91%. It's been a while since we had that dynamic. And I'm not going to say that that can happen now, but I think we're seeing something interesting right now. We're getting a Bitcoin slow bleed. And today was like the first day I noticed this. We're getting a Bitcoin slow bleed down, but altcoins are actually getting a bounce, right? Altcoins are getting a bounce while Bitcoin continues to slow bleed. So are we going into a period, and this may not happen, and I just want to point this out. This may not happen this time. I'm just being honest, but are we going into a period where Bitcoin underperforms and altcoins overperform? Because that's what happened in January of the post-election year last time. Could we? Could it have something to do with Trump coming into office in January? Maybe. I don't know. But it is something that to keep in mind. There is this shift at some point in the cycle. There's always this shift where Bitcoin goes down and altcoins go up. There is a shift in momentum. It happened in the 2017 cycle and it happened in the 2021 cycle. There always is a time where Bitcoin goes down and alts go up. And I don't know if that's going to be now. I don't know if that's going to be later in 2021 or 2027. 2020. Later in 2025, if I could talk. But it's an interesting thing to think about. Very interesting thing to think about, actually. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for all you guys out there. All right. We about to freeze again. I think we're about to freeze again, dude. I see my face freezing going in the freaking screen, dude. I see my face screaming in this. All right. So I hope what I'm telling you guys makes sense. And I want you to know, like, this may not play out the same way this cycle, right? This cycle could be different, but I just want to show you what happened in the two previous cycles. Okay, this is typically when altcoins start to outperform Bitcoin. Okay, I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still my biggest holding, but even I will say that this is typically when altcoins start to outperform. Around this time is when altcoins actually start to outperform. This is not hopium. This is just based on previous cycles. All right. The other thing we can look at too, I guess, to kind of put this together, is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. So I don't really know what's going to happen with this, to be honest. I'm going to keep it real. You kind of got a lower high. Could Bitcoin dominance be putting in its first lower high of the cycle, really? Because we haven't did this. Every single time Bitcoin pulls back and it goes up again, it makes a higher high. Every single time on dominance. Could this be the first time where dominance actually makes a lower high? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen right this second, but we know that early January, if you look at 2021 cycle, January 3rd, 2021 is when dominance topped out, right? This is when dominance topped out. January 3rd, 2021 is when dominance topped out. And if you look at early January of 2017, wasn't the top. It wasn't really the top, to be honest. But the top, the last kind of final top was like mid-December. Kind of where we are now. It's kind of this is kind of when this started to come down. Maybe this cycle will be different, right? And I'm just putting it out there. Maybe this is the Bitcoin super cycle. That's why Bitcoin will be my biggest holding no matter what my thinking is, okay? But this is when, if you're just doing cycle analysis, is when, around the time when altcoins started to majorly outperform Bitcoin. 2017, 2021, and here we are coming up on 2025. And I believe it's going to have something to do with Trump going into office. And I actually think some altcoin actually being used in the real world. Some altcoin being used in the real world, which is going to spark the utility bull run. Okay, not memes. I think memes are done until the end of the cycle. I really do. I think memes are donezo to the end of the cycle. I think that the utility bull run will happen at some point. Well, in Q1, if the cycles are going to repeat, right? So let's see what happens. I think everything I just noted for the past 30 minutes makes some sense if you think about it and you really just put two and two together. And you kind of put out emotions and you kind of just stick to the cycles, right? I think sometimes we get so emotional and we don't stick to the cycles. And if we just stick to the cycles and timing of the cycles, this is when altcoins start to do well, right? I mean, they've already done well, but this is when they majorly start to do well, okay? So let's see.
If I mentioned this, what did you know? I took significant profits at the local top 2 weeks ago, and damn, now 50% cash, 50% crypto, and fully de-risked.
I mean, that's great, Franco. Franco, I freaking love it, man. I love it. I love it. Hopefully that was mostly for altcoins. For Bitcoin, actually, you're not. Even if you sold all your Bitcoin like the mid 90s, you're still doing pretty good. But that's awesome, Franco. That's awesome, Franco. I do hope that you follow the cycles, though. And I do hope, Franco, that together we will sell all our crypto, okay? All of our crypto besides our Bitcoin long-term holds that we never sell together, okay? I hope we 100% de-risk from this market together. And we hold hands doing it. And we go to Vegas and we talk about our Q1 gains. I hope we can talk about our legendary Q1 gains because we follow the cycles. I hope we can. I really do. Shout out to Franco. Let's go, man. Anyways. Yeah, that's mostly it. That's mostly it, guys. I mean, I can ramble for longer. I can show you more charts and just more timing of charts and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I think it comes down to managing risk, right? Managing the fact that, okay, maybe it doesn't play out the same way. There's always a chance that it doesn't play out the same way, right? It's like nothing's 100%. If everything was 100%, we'd all be fairy godmothers. Even if it was 100%, though, people are emotional and they're not going to stick to the cycles anyway. So I guess that's not really true. Because to be fair, the cycles have played out the same way up to this point, right? But I'm a big 4-year cycle believer. And I think the 4-year cycle works for Bitcoin and altcoins, and it's all just pure emotions. People get so hyped up on Bitcoin, right? So hyped up on Bitcoin, altcoins underperform. Altcoins get a big dump. People say, fuck altcoins. I'm going all in Bitcoin. And there comes a turning point where everyone piles into BTC, right? While the whales pile into the altcoins. While everyone dips on the alts and throws it into Bitcoin. and there comes a time where Bitcoin underperforms, slow bleeds, goes sideways, while alts rip up, and everyone who sold their alts into BTC majorly regrets that. Okay, happened in 2021, happened in 2017, and I do think that time, if the cycles are going to repeat, is about to happen again. But I want to make this clear, doesn't mean I'm selling all my Bitcoin for alts. I would never do that, actually, because I believe in Bitcoin as an actual investment. But I have sold some Bitcoin for alts. And I may regret that decision. I may not regret that decision. But I'm going to live with my choice. And we're either going to go to Valhalla or we're going to go live in a cardboard box. I'm being dramatic. I'm being slightly dramatic. But anyways, all right, let's hang out in the chat for a little bit. Merry Christmas, guys. Well, Merry pre-Christmas Eve. Hope everyone spends time with family and, you know, doesn't stress too much about Christmas, guys. Remember, guys, Christmas ain't about the gifts. It ain't about, you know, all this hoopla, joopla. It's about spending time with loved ones. It's about embracing the love that you have in your life, all right? So don't be stressing about shit. Take these next 2 days to forget about your stress. Think about your stress again, and on the 26th, decompress and do whatever you got to do, you know? Merry Christmas, Balgic. Jay said cardboard box. Moon or dust. Oh, man. Let's see. This is his last stream. This is my last stream ever. Just kidding. It's my last stream before probably a week. So I'll probably be gone for a week. Basically, tomorrow I'm going to my mom's family. And then Christmas, I'm going to my dad's family. And then Thursday is kind of like the girlfriend's family. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to Maine. Or I don't really know. It's supposed to be a surprise. This is like my surprise Christmas gift from the girl. But like, I think it's probably Maine. But you can't tell her that I know. I mean, I think it's Maine. It's probably like a ski thing or whatever. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be gone to like New Hampshire, Maine or some shit in a log cabin, all cozied up. And then I'll be back Monday. I'll be back Monday the 30th. And then I'll be gone again Tuesday because it's New Year's Eve. So, we'll see. But, you know, all in all, it's probably it'll probably be a good week off. Probably a good week off, and I hope the market does well while we're gone, and we have a lot to talk about when I get back. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. Jordan, you're going to a log cabin, outhouse for a bathroom too? I don't know if it's a log cabin. It's supposed to be a surprise gift, but I might have found out what it is. But she can't know that I found out what it is. She can't know this. We cannot make this known.
Merry Christmas, Jordan.
No.
Cool face. Hugging face. Take care. And here's all you amazing crypto peeps. Going to be an amazing alt season. Grimacing face.
I hope so, Just Jimmy. I hope so, man. Listen, nothing's guaranteed, right? So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, right? We're just following the cycles. It may not happen. You know what I mean? And don't bet your life savings on it. Don't go 10x long an altcoin with all your savings thinking it's guaranteed we go into alt season. Risk management, spot holding only. Spot holdings on dips. Spot buys on dips. Stay away from the leverage jaw. The leverage jaw of the caca. But Just Jimmy, thank you, man. Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming in. Thank you again to Franco for telling everyone he took profits. Someone's got to be the guy, you know. Someone's got to be the guy. Someone's got to be the guy. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you this. If this does play out again, I'm going to be screaming taking profits up the freaking wazoo because if we look, if this does play out again, if, the keyword's always if. We got to use the word if. If we look at this from the standpoint of, you know, we kind of ran, if you kind of look at 2016 and 2021, we kind of ran from January to about May. It was about January to May where the market went nuts. And like I said, it may not play out this way again, guys. It may not, right? But from January to May, it's not going to go up this much. It's not really about the percentage. But this was basically January to May, before we had a pretty decent pullback here. You still went up, but I mean, you wanted to sell. You went down 67%. Imagine making a shitload of money and the market dipping 67%. Like, you wanted to sell. You don't want to sit through a 67% drawdown. Doesn't look like a 67% drawdown. But you basically ran to May, and actually in 2021, you kind of ran from January to May. January to May. So it's January to May. All right, so January to May, January to May. And both times, you wanted to sell. That was a 67% drawdown. Yes, you went higher, but you wanted this. You wanted basically be. What's the old saying, guys? And I think this is. Remember this if we come into May next year and the market does really, really well, and we're coming into May. Sell in May and go away. Sell in May and go away. It's kind of worked actually. But yeah, that was a 70%. That was almost a 70% drawdown. This was also a 70% pullback. So both times you had 70% pullbacks after May. So I mean, if history's got to repeat, and it may not. I'm just saying it may not repeat, guys. But say if we run into May because Trump goes into office, right? A lot of people are forgetting this. I think it's kind of being pushed aside, but it is what it is. Say we run into May. I think you do the old sell in May and go away. The old mantra of the sell in May and go away. Probably will work. And it's 70% drawdown, 70% drawdown. And then basically the market goes back up into the end of the year for like that second leg. Right? So 70% drawdown, second leg, 70% drawdown. It was actually July. It was basically sell in May, buy back in July. That was kind of the mantra. Sell in May, buy back in July. Sell in May, buy back in July. Could we do the same thing? Run into May and then sell off 70%. Wherever. I don't know where it would go, but sell off 70%. And then buy back in July, sell in December. Again. Can it be that easy? Can it be that easy? I don't know if it's going to be that easy, honestly. But that was kind of the thing. We'll find out, man. I always love like the symmetric patterns and shit. I think they're kind of cool. I don't know. Let's see. Alt season a couple months out. Maybe. Why do we think that is, though? Why do we think that is? Because the market's red? Or what? Like, why do we think that is? Do we think that's the market's red, or are we just going to follow the cycles? I don't know, man. We'll find out. Either way, I'm chilling. Excuse me, man. Sell in May and go away. Dude, sell in May and go away has actually been so true so many times. Like, so many times. Yo, Batu Erdem. Big game member. Let's go, man. Shout out to Batu Erdem. Keep in mind this bull run is running 2 months ahead of time of the rest. That is kind of true, too. That is kind of true, too. But even if that was true, there would still be like 3 months left of alt runs. You know what I mean? Reading the chat here. Ashton May. We have 1 good week to 2 weeks, then Trump is in on the 20th. And new rules, new money, and we get the down on BTC to reversal. Mark my words. We'll see, man. I don't know. I mean, there's so many ways that can go, man. I mean there's so many different ways this can go. You know, I'm just excited to see what happens, man. Like, I don't know. I think the timing is kind of interesting. I just think the timing of Trump going into office, Trump being inaugurated into office exactly when alts typically perform well. It's kind of like the timing is kind of makes some sense. The timing makes sense. But I mean, the timing doesn't always matter, I guess. It's about actually doing it. Hawk 2 is the new SBF. Yeah. Hawk 2, dude. She Hawk 2 on that chart, bro. She Hawk 2 on that chart, I'll tell you that. Coinbase app outside the top 150 now. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time, dude. Coinbase, yeah, I looked at that yesterday. It was like literally like 140 something. Coinbase is kaput. Literally kaput. Literally kaput. She Hawk 2 on that chart. I do like Hawk 2 though. I don't like the Hawk 2 joke, but I do like some Hawk 2. Not gonna lie. Many saying top will be Q4. I plan to props get out Q2. Yeah, I mean, the last 2 cycles, May has been the time to sell. Sell in May and go away. Sell in May and go away. I mean, yeah, I went up a little bit higher in early June, but you wanted to sell in May. Even earlier this year. Right? I mean, if you sold in May, you were happy, right? Yeah, like you already went down, but if you sold in May, dude, I mean, you kind of avoided another 50% drawdown. The sell in May and go away shit has been true a lot of times, especially in the bull run years. Where's May here? I mean, this time you ran into June. You still would have been happy if you got out in May. May of 2020, that did not work. But that was obviously like because of COVID and like printing money like crazy. That definitely didn't work in 2020. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. I'm going to keep this box here. Let's see if it plays out. Let's see if we get a move up. I don't know how high it's going to go. I don't really care. It could just go here. Could go here. It's not really about how high it goes, but let's see if we get an upside into May. Let's see. I'm just curious if it's going to play out the same way. Just curious. We'll find out. You want to buy Coinbase stock on February 14th? Ashton's coming in with the dimes, bro. All men want for Christmas is some Hawk to it. It's not wrong. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. What time is it? 8:44, man. I'm kind of, dude, I'm upset that the stream like had issues in the beginning, man. That was really like I was about to go on a roll, man. I was about to go on a roll, dude. So let's talk about Bitcoin, right? We talked a lot about altcoins today. Just because I honestly like, I don't know. Whatever. Let's talk a little about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, 94,128. Does Bitcoin need more downside? Honestly, the chart does look kind of droopy. It's like a slow bleed, and honestly, a lot of times these dips get done with big dumps.
Dollar team are breaking out into new all-time highs.
I don't know. Bitcoin to me, it's like this slow bleed down. You know what I mean? And a lot of times these dips get done with these big wicked moves to the downside. Something tells me that Bitcoin probably got a little bit lower to go. I think it comes into this green box, honestly. At least this green box, like 90K, probably wouldn't surprise me. But honestly, like at this point, I think the more Bitcoin bleeds out, the better it will be for altcoins. I know that doesn't sound, it sounds weird to say that, but I honestly think that's true in this current dynamic of where we are going into the cycle. Actually, the more Bitcoin bleeds out, the better it is for altcoins. But, you know, I think Bitcoin looks like it's got a little bit lower to go. Taking out these lows. Coming in this zone, right? Come in this zone, sweep these lows, and then try to reverse it back into like, you know, mid to late January. I know that sounds like you don't want to wait that long, but like come sweep these lows, and then that would be like a 20% pullback, you know what I mean? Which is kind of normal. Actually, like 30% pullbacks are normal. But honestly, like something like this would not shock me for BTC. About 20% pullback. Sweep all the lows. Kapashopota.
Look at Dollar Tama. I'll send you $100. Smiley face. Smiley face.
If Bitcoin bleeds too much, I'll be wrong. That is true. I think that is true. If it bleeds too much, yeah, I'd be wrong. If it comes all the way down here, bro, it's over. Call it. But we already talked about this last time. I think there's an interesting dynamic going on right now. We talked about it earlier. It's just like, I don't know if this is going to play out. It's really hard to know. But there was this time period in January 2021, like we said, where Bitcoin went down 31%. So Bitcoin, this was the Bitcoin solo rally. This is when Bitcoin was dominating. Altcoins weren't doing shit right here. And then Bitcoin pulled back 30%. And others, where is it? January 1st. Basically from this point, others went up 90%. So Bitcoin went down 30% and others went up almost 90%. I just don't know if we were in that time period. And that's like, we're so used to, okay, Bitcoin goes down, alts get nuked. And we're so used to that. We're honestly so used to that. And like, I agree. It's like so hard for me to grasp a market where, okay, Bitcoin can slow bleed and alts can do well. It's like I can't like physically grasp that in my head. It's like we haven't seen that in so long, and I don't know. I just can't physically grasp that in my head for that to happen again. It's like, does it make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. Like even today didn't really make sense. Like Bitcoin kind of like slow bled down, and alts were kind of bouncing. Could just be a retest. I don't know, man. Could just be a retest. We'll see how the next few days go. Anyways, back to Bitcoin. Solana. Dude, I think Sol and Sol memes are cooked. I don't know, man. I think this Sol chart kind of looks like ass. Like, unless this thing, I mean, only if this thing gets saved by like a general altcoin market run, this chart looks like ass. You dumped back into the old range. I don't know. I'm gonna make the call, man. I'm gonna make the call, and I could be wrong. I think Sol sees down here, and I think it's because no one wants to play memes anymore. It's not that no one wants to play memes anymore. It's just that I think the market's going to shift to utility coins. And the big reason why Sol went up so much is because people played memes. But I honestly think this chart looks like ass. Unless it gets saved by the corn. It could get saved by the corn. Because I honestly, like, these meme coin charts look like ass. Like with Bonk. Like, especially Whiff, dude. Whiff looks like ass. I don't know. We'll find out, dude. We'll find out. We'll find out.
What you think about AVAX?
What do you think about AVAX? AVAX has been one of the Dino coins that hasn't gone off. Like it did actually. I mean, I can't say that it did pretty good, but it's one of the Dino coins that didn't like freaking go nuts. It kind of did, I guess. I mean, it did go up 150% from that low, which is still a pretty good move. But it's it's one of the Dino coins that didn't like go absolutely bonkers, you know? So it's fine. If we just look where we are, this is support. All right, that should be support. You had a big first move. There's a pullback. As long as you hold this zone, you're good. You could even come down in here a couple more times, right? So this could just chop in here a little bit, right? But like, as long as you hold this zone of support in here, this order block, all is good. All is good in the world. If you lose that though, it could get pretty bad, but I think it's fine. How about render? I don't know. Render's fine, I guess. Sol's main thing is the DeFi. Just doesn't make noise and drama like Fartcoin. That's true. That is true. That is absolutely true. You're pissed ETH isn't moving? Yeah. Could need to, I mean, this thing probably needs to consolidate a little bit more. It probably needs to consolidate a little bit more. Like, I don't know. This is like a bottom formation. I don't know. This might need to consolidate like one more hit to the downside into Christmas, because we know Christmas is the turning point, right? Christmas is typically the turning point. Not before Christmas, after Christmas is typically the turning point. So you might have to have a little bit of patience with this. You might do something like this, where it comes into this again, scares the shit out of you, and then reverses. Why? Because we know Christmas, after everyone's done selling all their alts for their Christmas presents. Actually, I mean, we're actually right here. Technically, the 23rd was the low. 23rd was the low in this 30% pullback. Technically. And then this one, actually the 23rd. The 23rd was the low. In both the cycles, the 23rd was the bottom. Today's the 23rd. 23rd was the bottom before Moon. And the 23rd was the bottom of this 30% pullback before Moon. Every other 23rd. But I'd be surprised to do something like this. Come back up. Franco has 40% of his COSPA left. I don't know. Are we bullish on COS? Are we bullish on COS? I don't know, man. Are we bullish on COS? This thing has done literally nothing for almost 14 months. Which I guess could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. I don't know. It's personal preference, I guess. What's Miles been up to? I haven't seen Miles in here in a year. Where the hell did Miles go, dude? Oh, man. 100K tomorrow? I mean, dude, Hops, you missed the beginning of the stream, man. I was going off. Showing everyone what happens in Q1 of the post-election year. Ondo? Ondo's good. Ondo's one of the strong altcoins. Honestly, dude, it's been DeFi. It's been DeFi and RWAs. Aave strong as hell, CRV, Chainlink, Ondo. Right? All the coins that are kind of staying in these formations. XRP, Crow. They still could get one more hit to the downside, I think. But like these ones that are kind of hugged up here for a while, like these are the ones that look super strong. Super strong. Even ADA. I don't know. Even Cardano. It hurts me to say that, man. It really does. It really hurts me. Anyways. Oh, what time is it, guys? It's 9. All right, guys. I got to go finish up some last-minute Christmas presents. I have all the presents. I just need to wrap them and put them in the bags and shit. Which is like one of my least favorite things to do. I make personalized cards. I want to tell you this, guys. I don't give cards. All right? I like to make my own cards. So I'm basically making everyone their own card, personalized quotes and shit. I draw my own pictures on the cards. I'm a weirdo, dude. I don't like buying cards at the store. I feel like so unwholesome about buying cards. I like to make personalized messages on the cards. So I have to do that for everyone tonight. Last second, of course. But I hope everyone has a fantastic night. Hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas. Once again, it's not about the gifts. It's about the time you spend with people. Don't be stressed. All right? It's about the time you spend. It's about showing your face up and just having a good time with friends and family. All right? So take care, guys. Much love. I appreciate you guys every single day. And I'll be back. I mean, hopefully I can do, maybe I can do like a surprise stream midweek or something. We'll see. I'm going to be gone for most of the week. So I'll let you know. But either way, I probably won't see you guys until the 30th, man. I do plan on making some videos. I just don't have time to stream, but I can make some videos. So look out for those. All right? Happy holidays. Much love. And though we may chop around for another week, I think we could chop around for another week, I think. I think we're setting up for the typical Q1 that we've had in every single cycle. So just don't get chopped out for the next week. All right? Peace out. Catch you guys Monday. Later.